Well, Claire Price takes a look at the milestones of the strongman's election campaign.
Zimbabwe's 89-year-old president is showing signs of his age. And although it hasn't stopped Robert Mugabe from embarking on yet another gruelling election campaign, it has forced him to make a few adjustments. At a recent rally, Mugabe abandoned his usual walkabout, opting instead to wave from the back of a truck. And during his speech, he leaned heavily on his elbows, indications of the strong man's frailty despite his fighting words.
Go into that battle with the full knowledge that there is a political enemy, that this is a do or die struggle.
Mugabe won Zimbabwe's first post-independence elections in 1980. At the time, he was seen as a revolutionary hero, fighting the evils of colonialism and capitalism. But as his presidency wore on, he became increasingly hardline, seizing white-owned farms and setting his personal militia on anyone who stood against him. Even now, what Mugabe lacks in physical strength, he makes up for in political muscle. He can still rely on the loyalty of the army and the police, and intimidation of his opponents, along with alleged manipulation of the electoral roll, keep the odds in his favour. Even Zimbabwe's new constitution has done little to lessen his power. Despite the power-sharing agreements reached after the last election, few expect Mugabe to be voted out of office.
Mugabe has shown that he is not ever willing to leave that seat until he dies. And that's the problem, that you are dealing with someone who is increasingly, if he goes for elections and wins, Zimbabwe will have a president with mental dementia, really getting worse and worse.
But staunch ZANU-PF supporters refuse to think about their president's age.
I support ZANU-PF, and we are going to win these elections resoundingly.
We support President Mugabe because he brought freedom. We are now free, so we will continue voting for him till Amen.
Mugabe will take on his younger rival Morgan Tsvangirai when the country goes to the polls on the 31st of July.